Welcome. We are back again for another Drag Race Down Under Season 4 finalist interview. And arguably one of our most talked about finalists was the gorgeous Ms. Mandy Moobs. Hello, my dear.
Hello, gorgeous. What's the most talked about?
I think you were the most talked about. I think there was a lot of conversation about Mandy Moobs, and it was good conversation.
Yeah.
I think you went in with a big reputation. I think you made some big swings, and I think you got a lot of really good hits, and I think you left a really good taste in the mouths of the public.
Oh, good. Well, as long as it left a good taste in the mouth, that's fine. Let's go with that.
I feel like out of everyone that went in, and I mean, perhaps it's because I know Mandy Moves and a lot of people do. I feel like you went in with more pressure on your shoulders than I felt some of the other queens did. Did you feel like you were carrying that in with you?
I don't think I felt pressured. I know I absolutely went in very sure of who I was as a performer, and I knew I was going to be the oldest. I just knew that. But even like the oldest in like experience as well. So I maybe there was a little bit of pressure. But like I went on just like complete a few like my own like mental checklists of like what I want to get out of Drag Race. Like I always imagine myself getting all the way to the final. Did that too. I really, really wanted to do like well in Snatch Game. I did that too. I really wanted to win the sewing challenge, and I did that. So like I checked off really everything that I wanted to get out of Drag Race. Like the producers booked Mandy Moves for the show, so I just gave them Mandy Moves. That was it.
But we'll touch right back onto the design element.
Yeah.
Those costumes, those
Mm-hmm.
costumes. That was obviously you went in as your biggest thing. Is Was that your, I suppose, shining glory? Was that what you were most proud of in the show?
Yeah, well, it was just another way to show off my skill base. I know I have like major controlling issues when it comes to my body and my like what I put on it. So when I got the list of all the requirements we had to bring, I was like, well, I'm gonna have to make it all because I wouldn't let anyone touch any of these because it's going to be I need to show off me because it's kind of like the with I'll just go back to the final four because like Freya is a dancer. She wanted to show off those skills and she did. Vibe is an excellent host and just the presence that she has, she got to show that off. And Lazy's mind is so unique and creative and she got to celebrate that. So with me, I wanted to celebrate my skills in sewing and my skills of design. And I feel like all four of us did an excellent job that way.
Absolutely. That's what when you come back to it, I remember now. You said you were the oldest. Were you the oldest on the show?
I was the oldest, just.
Well, at 33, you were the oldest.
I was 30, was
Something.
I 33 in forming or 34? How am I now? 34. Yeah, I was 33. Yeah, yeah. And then
Wow.
Vibe was the next one. Vibe and Lazy, they were 32, I think. Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
not realize you were the oldest. That's hilarious because you're so
Yeah, there was a
young.
whole like sub story in episode one about me looking too old. I'm like, oh, go away. I'm 33, bugger off.
Yeah, that's an incredibly young cast. That the oldest person is 33.
Yeah, it
Uh,
was like in between 24 to 33.
there you go.
Yeah. Mm.
No, you were right about the final four. It was like every one of the four of you was so just distinctly
Hmm.
different identities, and we really could have seen anybody win. How are you feeling when you were going into the final? I suppose at the end, so like a few days ago. Was
Yeah. Going into the final, I think like in my heart of hearts, I knew I wasn't going to win. So I was like really at peace with it all. But then watching back that final episode, I was like, oh, maybe I have a chance. I don't know. Because I know out there in the universe there is footage of me being crowned. And I was like, maybe I haven't. But then like, nah, I was fine. I was totally at peace with it. There's nothing
no,
wrong with second place.
absolutely, but you weren't the only one. As I was the same. I'm watching, and I was like, all right, what could possibly happen that could not make Lazy Susan win? And then I was watching it. I was like, oh, this could happen. That could make not Lazy Susan not win.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
fuck.
god damn that Lacey. She's so talented. Ah.
Oh, God, Oh, damn it. But what was it like as well having to film the win, knowing that
Yeah.
you didn't know, like having to do the oh my god, oh my god.
God, it was one of the greatest experiences ever in drag when Michelle's like, "Congratulations, Mandy Moobs." I'm like, ah! I think I just burst out laughing. I was so giddy. It was so fabulous. And then everyone was so proud. And Isis handing me the little scepter. It was just gorgeous.
I
Yeah.
hate that they don't give that out. Like it should be a little YouTube channel somewhere, or should you get a
No,
USB with it to take home?
could you imagine? No. No, it's fine. I knew it happened, and I'm just gonna live in that memory for a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
What did I
Um,
say? I said something like, I don't know, something corny, like follow your dream, blah, 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 blah. And it looks like this little piggy's just won Drag Race. That's what I said. Fuck, that
oh,
was heaven. God, I'm clever.
it would have been the perfect time for the That'll Do Pig line too. But
Oh, yeah, true. My exit line. Well,
I love that.
hmm,
Um, Now, we talked the other day about it. We're being at the end of the NDAs,
hmm,
and obviously, there's all of the things that you can't say. But I
hmm.
know you are one of the ones that you know what you can't say, but you also know that you can say whatever the fuck you want as long as it's not true. How much
Uh-huh.
misinformation? How much misinformation did you put out there since you weren't allowed to say anything that was the truth?
Misinformation. Oh, yeah, I told you so many lies. Yeah, I told a few stories. Yeah, to get you off my scent.
I love it because Mandy and I talk all the time as the season's been going through, and
Hmm.
with never any attempt to pry any information, but Mandy just casually drops things. I'm like, oh, why would you have told me that? And then 2 weeks later, I'm like, oh, that was a fucking lie. Were you doing
Yes,
that
I
to other
did.
people?
I'm very clever.
Was that just a strategy you had with general people around you? Because you obviously have so many people be around you just fishing for information. Were you just like
Yeah,
dropping fake
I
bombs
did.
everywhere?
It was kind of like I told everyone a different story. So I kind of knew if this story got back to me, I'm like, oh, so this little shit's been saying stuff about me behind my back. All right, be wary of that one. Yeah.
Ah, I love that. Did that happen
Yeah.
very often where you found the trail back to who was saying shit?
Nah, nah, it never came back to me. So I was like, okay, everyone's pretty cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very good. Nice
Yeah.
way of cementing your circle of trust, hey?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Now, there could be so much ahead in the future. If they were to give you a call and tap on the shoulder for Aussie All Stars or a UK versus the world or
Mm.
Canada versus the world, which would be your pick that you would say yes to?
Mm. I think I would love to do an All Stars Down Under because I just love the production of the All Stars. I think it's so Aussie and so like so down under, and it's just fabulous. But if I had to pick for the verse the world, I think I'm more lenient to the UK because I want one of those badges. I feel like that would be heaven. I don't know. What else got the biggest prize? Money. I'm so if
Well,
they ask me back, I'll literally do whatever. But I really love to be judged by Mama Pao. I feel like that would be the ultimate amazingness. I just love her. She's so calm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should call you back and pay some money too. But how would you go on that elimination format? Because you've kind of got a big heart, and I don't feel
Hmm.
like it's particularly in you to be the cutthroat bitch. How would you go if you were having to eliminate the queens in an all star format?
Oh, it's fine. I do it at SmackDown, so I've got practice.
All right.
No, no, no.
Not.
She's got a heart, but she can cut a girl down. That's fine.
Uh, Now, speaking of heart, one of my least favorite parts of the finale is normally when we have the chit chat at the end. But this time, when you all sat down to chat with Michelle, I was like, oh, it's beautiful. It was
Yeah.
a really nice chat you all had, and it was interesting watching you talk. Obviously, about your own mothering, and then also your
Mm,
mother in particular, and the relationship you had with your family.
mm.
What's that been like with them post show? So, did you give them a call and say, "Hey, mum, guess what? I'm gonna be on this
No,
show."
no, I haven't spoken to them yet.
Oh
Um,
wow,
yeah, it's fine. I might.
wow. So they didn't get told in advance you were going to be on national TV?
No, I didn't tell them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Yeah,
is that
it's fine. Like our relationships is our relationship. It's fine. It works for us. We're happy. I'm meeting them up for Christmas, so like I'll casually just like, oh yeah, yeah, I was on the telly. And that'll be it. Like it's just like my drag world is just it's for me. It's not for to show off. I know it's a weird thing I want on telly to show it off. But like it's still a private thing for me and I just want to keep a few things just to myself.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
very valid. Very, very valid. Just interesting to see how that had played out post that chat with Michelle. That was all.
Yeah. Like she did say a few things that I'm like, oh, okay, I got to start looking after myself, put myself forward, and like when I am ready, I will reach out. But I don't know. I don't think I am yet. And there's no
Fair enough.
reason why I shouldn't be. I should just do it. But I don't know. This
Yeah.
is still in my own head. No, Susan, we're
You,
not done yet.
you're a busy lady. We'll be done in a few minutes. So don't
Yeah.
worry. Now, speaking of yourself and your drag world and just interesting, well, where is that, I suppose, going to take you at the moment? Are you, because you have such fucking talent for dressmaking and you just put that on the world stage.
Mhm.
Um, are we going to try and pivot to more work as a seamstress? Are we trying to pivot back into more work as a drag artist? We're just going to keep trying to do fucking everything well.
Probably do everything well, if I'm being honest. I'm a stickler for punishment. I feel like I will perform more, but now I have more access to more resources for create looks. So I feel like I'll just elevate myself more. Yeah,
Beautiful
like nothing's gonna change. I'm still gonna sew for everyone. I'm still gonna perform for everyone. It's just maybe a bit more elevated now.
and
Yeah.
charge more.
Yeah. Well, probably not. Probably less. But like the ideal goal is to like still do drag, but I'd love to work like behind the scenes for the Drag Race Live in Vegas, or even like the Moulin Rouge, or even like the QPAC, do the theater down there, like work in the costume department. That is the ultimate dream for me.
I love that. Some
Hmm.
queens come off the show and they want to become the drag superstar of the world. Mandy
Hmm.
wants to go work at the costume department at QPAC. I love it.
Yes, yes, that's heaven. That's so fun. Or the ballet, whatever.
Whatever. Well, for those of you playing at home, if you, I don't think we heard the words, so let's make sure everybody knows. The Hemmingbird is the name of your sewing business. For
Yes, the
people to come along,
hummingbird.
they can
Yeah.
contact you at the Hemmingbird, and they can book in, get a quote, get a beautiful custom dress made, or
Mhm.
just throw a licorice all sorts out together in an afternoon, whichever.
Gosh, I can't believe I did that.
All right, we better wrap up in a moment though. But is there anything else big on the horizon for you? Are you heading over to any of the drag cons? Are you doing anything else aside from the national tour that's coming
Uh,
up?
no, I couldn't afford to go to UK. Still paying off Drag Race debt, so I'm not doing that one. But like we're still doing the national tour. So that's happening in the end of March. So all the girls are coming together and we're going all up the coast around Australia and just performing for everyone.
Beautiful. And of course, we'll be able to see you all the fucking time at the Sportsman Hotel in Brisbane.
Yes, absolutely. Every Thursday from
Yeah.
8 o'clock onwards. Probably
And
till
you're
the
doing some
rest of the time. Pardon?
you're doing some Harry K parties for New Year's
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Day
I've
as
got the
well.
black and white party on New Year's, which is in the Valley. That's got myself, Freya, and Vibe. So we're going to go and do that one. So that should be a bit of fun. Tickets are in my bio if you want to grab one. What else am I doing? Going to Mary's in a couple of weeks. That should be heaven in Adelaide. Yeah, just honestly, I'll be everywhere.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, Mandy Moobs, thank you so much for being everything that we could have possibly wanted and more for Drag Race Down Under. It was just an absolute fucking pleasure. So thank you, all the best, and we look forward to seeing you again in the very near future.
Absolutely. I'll see you at the bar.
See
Yeah.
you there. I'll have the same book up.
Bye
Bye
now. Oh,
bye.
yeah, all right.